Hey everybody, this is Rob Gauthier. I want to talk about the event that's coming up this week. Thursday, January 30th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 4 o'clock Pacific Time. We are going to have the Treb Channeling event with Aridif, and this will be the Master Density Class Advanced. Now this is for all the people who have enjoyed the Master Class 101 that I put up on Blog Talk Radio as well as on YouTube that talks about the very basic things of the densities. The information that I went through on that video and on that Blog Talk Radio episode was very simple in nature. It just had the information that was just scratching the surface on the very beginning works of the density class. For those of you who want to come to this event, I suggest listening to that as well as the rest of the links below. We have an introduction to Aridif for those of you who don't know who the entity named Aridif is, and we also have another video which is Aridif's excerpt from the book that I had made with Jefferson Biscardi called Benevolent Reptilian Human Hybrid. That is a book that was sort of an introduction to Treb and his people. It also had many different entities on there that I was able to channel with Treb's help, and that part connecting to Aridif was probably my favorite part of the book. Aridif is a 6th density entity, which means his level of consciousness is right before non-physical existence. Now people are saying, well, what can we learn about densities and dimensions that we don't already know, or what can we learn about things that are more exciting about that? Well, it's not just going to be about densities and dimensions. What we've planned to cover is densities, dimensions, all levels of consciousness, including all of the density levels, what they mean, as well as how they correlate to each chakra level. We're going to cover the incarnation cycles and how they work through all of the densities through the evolution of the soul. It's going to be very intense, very deep, a lot of information that's either never been shared or never been released before. And this will be very, very intricate. Now, we're going to do this on the Instant Presenter website. And this Instant Presenter website is one that I've used before while doing several events with Brad Johnson, with Wendy Kennedy, with Sean Swanson, with Cynthia Crawford, you name it. We've done these many times before, and it's a very, very exciting event. George Sprockis is also going to be there. George from the Rob and George Show will be there, and he's going to talk for a few minutes too and kind of let everyone know what his experience connecting to Aridif and to Treb is and how that's helped him in his own life. We really want to get people excited about this. We want people to understand that this can be a very, very in-depth learning process for many people. I understand a lot about densities and dimensions, but what these entities have to offer is well beyond what most people already understand about it. Even some of the channelings from other channelers I've heard pale in comparison with the amount of in-depth detail. The incarnation cycle itself is something that we could probably do a 3-hour show, but we're going to get a specific definition of how that works with the evolution of the soul. And that's what this density thing is about. It's about the evolution of a soul. It's about the soul traveling through many different dimensions of reality, through many different harmonic levels so that it can experience the vast amount of things that we want. Now, this dimension density process does not have to do with just physical entities. We're also going to be talking in depth about the non-physical versions of them and how they manifest themselves outwardly into physical existence. For instance, the Oversoul. This is a very complex situation and subject in itself that carries 2 separate parts of the 7th density. The very first part of the 7th density is the Oversoul in general. This is the one that has all of the fractals that break down into 1st through 6th density. The second part of the 7th density is the collective consciousness of Mother Earth herself. That's the combination of all Oversouls that are within Earth. Now this is awesome because this in itself presents a lot of possible information, not including the idea that the Earth is only one high 7th density entity. We have many of them just in the solar system. Every planet has its own collective consciousness. They have their own evolution of the soul in many different ways. And it's going to be so exciting. Now, this is $15 for this event. It'll be worth every penny of it. We're using the Instant Presenter. Now, I want to explain to everyone who may have never been to an event with the Instant Presenter. Instant Presenter is a wonderful online interactive thing. What it is a website that you're able to go through after you register. You go through there, you get set up, and what it is you will be able to see the video of myself as well as any other presenter, or the voice of any other presenter, as well as being able to be shown slideshows, to be able to be shown questions, and there's also a place where you can do an instant chat. And this is for everyone who comes to the event. You can chat with each other in public. If you know someone who will be there, you can chat privately. You can chat pretty much any way you want for anyone who's there. And it's a very, very exciting thing. Whenever I was there at my own events, I would always connect to other people. I would answer their questions on the chat. I would talk frequently in between presenting. When I was one of many presenters, when I wasn't presenting, I would be able to use that option to chat with people and to talk with them. And during this presentation, there will be a question and answer for both Aridif and Treb, as well as a question and answer for myself for the presentation that I will be making. I'm going to cover a lot of things on the more basic level and spend some time talking about those things that are not available yet through the Master Density Class 101 and a couple of other things. I want people who really are excited about this event to spend as much time as they can looking up the information previously. And it's not a prerequisite, but it's highly recommended that you use the things that are out there as a prerequisite so that you're understanding these things as it goes along. If you can't catch up on the things first, you can always look back later. As this event will be shown to you afterwards, you'll be able to look at this event as often as you'd like. You'll also be able to go through and check out all of the things that we've done before, and it'll help put that together as one puzzle. So I'm very, very excited about it. Again, this is going to be Thursday, the 30th of January, this Thursday coming up, and it will have myself there, Treb, Aridif. George will be announcing a few things too, or just going through his excitement and his experience with Treb and Aridif. It'll be very, very exciting. I hope you guys can come. Registration is very easy to do. On trebchanneling.com, you go there, there's a link to register. If any of you have any problems registering, contact me on Facebook or Treb Bor Yit NE 3@gmail.com. Let me know you're having problems registering. I can register you manually. So please let me know what's going on. I want as many people there as possible so that you guys can have more of a collective. There's already a good pre-registration already. People are registering. They're really excited about it. So come and join me, and we'll have a wonderful, wonderful time Thursday. I'll see you guys all there, and I love you guys so much. Thanks.